Azula is the daughter to the main antagonist, Fire Lord Ozai, and 1 year younger than her brother Zuko. Being a firebending prodigy, her powers were very impressive. Not only did she possess the ability to bend blue fire, a trait unique only to herself, but from a young age she was even able to bend lightning, a very advanced form of firebending. It's safe to say in terms of both strategy and ability, she was on a level entirely of her own, which she proved several times throughout the series, taking on several opponents at the same time single-handedly. Even during the Day of Black Sun, without her bending, she managed to avoid 2 skilled benders, and Sokka, with her impressive dexterity, and even when caught, she managed to evade Toph's lie detecting ability, proving that she's able to remain calm under extreme amounts of pressure.
I am a 400-foot-tall purple platypus bear with pink horns and silver wings.
Azula is just the last person that you want coming after you, always having a sneaky strategy up her sleeve, perhaps most notably when she was almost successful in capturing the Avatar, or perhaps when she dressed as the Kyoshi Warriors and took over Ba Sing Se, a feat which, up until that point in the story, had never been achieved. Azula is a truly great example of a character that is both loved and hated at the same time. With her witty and twisted sense of humour, it brings a quirky side to her personality that you don't often see in many villains.
It's okay. You can laugh. It's funny.
This makes her very different to the one-dimensional villains in the show, only seeking power or world domination, like her own father. Throughout the series, it becomes clearer and clearer that there's just so much more to her as a character than just simply what's displayed by her actions. It's those little cracks that appear that really just sell her as a fan favourite, even though she is pretty much the evilest character in the show. And I think a good example of this is the Ember Island episode, where you really just get to see Azula as an ordinary character, instead of just the maniac hunting after the Avatar or her own brother and uncle. You get to see another side to her, a side that's capable of being insecure or jealous of other people. Pretty much just a normal teenager, really, who's been spoiled and robbed of an ordinary childhood. And to an extent, you start to pity her and her actions, as no matter how evil they become, they're somewhat justifiable in a sense. Azula is a figure that's always seen in control until things finally turn against her, like her 2 friends Mei and Ty Lee in the Boiling Rock episode. You clearly see in Azula's eyes that she's hurt being betrayed by the 2 people she trusted most, and in many ways this was the catalyst to her descent into madness. And even though she was still in the wrong, you could kind of relate to Azula's predicament, really. A good villain for me is somebody that can be understood. They have motivations that aren't just skin deep. Azula has these deep-rooted mental instabilities, believing that her mother loves Zuko more, and when you realise that, it all just starts to make sense. Her motivations, you start to understand her a lot more as a character. It then of course makes sense that Azula would be favoured by her father, all of his traits passing into her, where she got her hunger for power from, and her desire to please her father above all else. And so, when she's finally defeated, you don't cheer for the good guys. You just feel like it's a shame that it had to end like that.